Interpretation of Law 23. Concentrate your forces. From the book 48 Laws of Power. This law states, conserve your forces and energies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. You gain more by finding a rich mine and mining it deeper than by flitting it from one shallow mine to another. Intensity defeats extensity every time. When looking for sources of power to elevate you, find the one key Patreon, the fat cow who will give you milk for a long time to come. My reference to the law is the mobile game Conflict of Nations, World War III. I thought of this game as a good reference because concentrate your forces at key points to get you to your goal of success. My goal is to conquer the whole land available to me. I am at war with other countries. To complete my goal, I must gather key resources. There are 5 resources such as supplies, components, fuel, electronics, and rare materials. The main resource is rare materials because it is the backbone of the game. Without rare materials, you can't fund projects, research, and can't mobilize units. So, to gain success to conquering the whole land, I must take over main cities such as capitals. Capitals harbor rare materials, and without a capital, the nation's morale begins to decrease and crumble, and thus leading to revolts. For my strategy, once I had took control of Yucatan, I decided to take over Veracruz. But note this, every capital does not harbor rare materials. Xpala was the capital since I took it over. I took over the capital, and then the nation's morale began to decrease. Once I have taken over a lot of Veracruz, I decided to move to Mexico, for their capital harbors rare materials. But first, before conquering Mexico City, I concentrate my forces in key city points to prevent Mexico from mobilizing troops. These 3 cities are Taxliaco, Taxacala, and San Juan del Rio. I take over these cities to prevent him from mobilizing troops and stopping my troops and end up destroying my troops eventually. Once I have taken over these cities, I will then move on to Mexico City to occupy the capital, decrease the morale of the city, and throw the nation into a revolt. Once I have taken over the rare materials, I will move on to Nuevo Leon. After I have moved on to Nuevo Leon, I will take over Monterrey, which harbors fuel. But this isn't my goal. My goal is to conquer the whole land available to me. But I am at war with Washington, Oregon, and Louisiana. These 2 countries are in a coalition, and these are real players. So, to make my goal a living success, I take over capitals and cities that harbor resources such as materials, supplies, electronics, fuel, rare materials, such as that stuff. And this is my interpretation of Law 23. Concentrate your forces.